Hey everybody, so Watachee again. Back working on the old sheet. Yep. As you can see now, the shocks have never been replaced on this thing. You take a good look at them there. These are original shocks. They're 21 years old at least. But that bottom shock mount broke. Or not mount, the bottom bolt. When I was trying to take that loose, I'm going to replace the shocks on this Jeep. And it snapped pretty easy. Which, when you live in an area like where I live and they use salt on the road, things tend to rust like crazy. That's one of the reasons why I haven't attempted this suspension on the suspension lift that I got for it. And I can't find nobody that wants to do it either. But those bolts right there tells you why. But yeah, for Father's Day, my oldest daughter, bought me new shocks for my Jeep Cherokee Skyjacker. So I was working on the rear shocks on these things. They're the hardest ones to do, and I knew it was going to be a job, and there's a couple of different ways you can do it. But I'm going to do it right, however I do it, but I'm going to try to do it the easiest way possible, and that's I'm going to cut this bottom bolt down, that bolt right there, down a little bit more, and I'm going to take another bolt and weld it to the end of that bolt, that rod, and basically weld me another stud on there. That way I'm still keeping the strength of everything behind that bolt right there. I'm still keeping all this strength in there without drilling a hole or anything. So I think that'll be the better fix. Now the upper bolts that hold that same shock on, they're another job. Those bolts break too, and you got to be able to reach up in behind them, up in behind the frame, and be able to get the old bolt nuts out. What they did is they just welded a couple of nuts to the subframe up there, and they usually rust and break loose. If they break loose, that's cool, because then you can just cut the stud. You can cut the head off the bolt, and it'll all fall out. But if the nuts don't break loose from the body, you gotta knock them loose with something to get them out of there. But then you can slip another bolt right down through it, and that fixes it. But it's usually a job when you're working on these old things. But they're worth it to me. It gives me something to do anyway. But I just want to let you guys know, got a Skyjacker shocks getting ready to go on this thing. It ought to ride pretty good. It rides like a log wagon right now, because them shocks are, like I said, 21 years old. But all right, guys, I just wanted to slip that out here, let you guys know what I'm doing. You guys always remember, God loves you, and so do I. The only way out of this is through Jesus Christ. You guys have a good day out there today. It looks like another nice one. I'm out.